Okay, so honestly, this setup right here, this whole entire setup was so very complex. Took many chords, took much doing. So I just wanted you to appreciate it before I crawl into it. And to know about the cosmic dolphins. To grasp the cosmic dolphin. To tickle its chin. Know that it contains more wisdom than your mind could ever dream. Dolphins possess it all. They also hump people. Real facts. Glitter lamp. Couldn't find my lava lamp. Real angry about it. You know how I get when I can't find things. Whew. This. I am bringing it to you. Alright? I'm giving you the goods. I set up, I told you I would bring you goodies. And I did. These in here. Oh, there we go. The church one is the Church of Cannabis. The other one is a bunch of people skinny dipping in a painting for a vintage Playboy. That is good. That is good stuff. I got you a plant to be featured, a background player plant. Everybody loves that. Hope that thing doesn't fall on me, the curtain, because that was intricate. And I knew this elephant had to be a part of it somehow. He wanted to join us. I'm already having a good time. We re-feng shuied this room today a bit, but then I added all this stuff just to bring to the forefront for you. Oh, the crystal slides, you must know it. Your finger decides as the crystal slides, and you may be able to see the other side. But does the other side see you? You have to dust the pathway for the crystal. Know that it deserves a clean home. Ooh, what is that? Is it a spaceship? Is it a dream? Or a trick? Or a treasure? Duck. Duck with unscrewing head. Isn't that kind of zen? Duck with head that unscrews. If you collect any Avon bottles like I do, they make such amazing ones. The smell is outrageous. I made the horrible mistake of dumping it in some leaves once. Just thinking I could put the leaves in a bag, and it made the whole backyard smell for months. Months. Even my coasters are cool. Can you see the grooviness? Whoa. It's the earth. Maybe the inner ones would look more flashy. It's good stuff. We're in it. We're in it here, guys. We're taking it to the next level. We're taking it to the next level right in that Papa San. Silky ass jacket. Velvety ass shoes. Velvety ass pants. Just want you to know that whatever the heck is going on with my hair, it is merely a physical representation of neuro firings that are just happening. Sort of Bjork, sort of alien. For my eagle-eyed fans, isn't that what they call it when you catch shit? Eagle-eyed fans, yes. My favorite character in Sex Education wears this jacket. So get on that silkiness. I happen to have it first. No big deal. I'm just saying. I had it before that. That incredible yearly garage sale I spoke to you of. The wisdom of the garage sale. The Biggie sweaters. The bear costumes. Everything's like $1. This was there. And I got it. For free. For freezies. Because the people there love me. The older couple, they love me. And this thing just felt celebratory. Woo! I needed to let go a little. I needed to just snap it out. We're doing some swipe poetry because that's what I feel when I got too much on my mind and in my guts and in my wherevers and what's this? Who knows? I just have to blow it out, if you will. And I will. Again. You know, yeah, you just have to set up the space. Do that. Decorate more. Find the sparkly things and put them in places where your eyes will see them. Sparkles. Plants. To touch your face. I like this. I'm having a great time. I do feel like I could just float into a Bjork music video at any moment. But yes, my hair, it's also a representation, a physical manifestation of the facts that I'm no longer team normalcy. Not team normal. Not for me. And when people say, every time people say, and they say it multiple times a day, well, when we get back to normal? Well, you know, when we get back to normal. Well, I'm looking forward to when we get back to normal. Well, you know, maybe when we get back to normal. When things get back to normal, I can't wait for things to get back to normal. And every time someone says that, I feel myself and see myself going right for a dark cave where I have already been. I have already been to this dark cave. And I think, no, not again, not again, not again, not again. I don't want to go there. I mean, who was it working for before this? I want to know. DM me what, for whom was all this working for before this now? Because it wasn't working for me for a long time. I don't remember gathering. I don't remember feeling other people's souls in the room with me. I mean, not very often. I want to reinvent and repaint and bedazzle and poeticize. Yes, 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 yes. I was looking up alternative words, the thesaurus guidance about the word weird. And I found a cool one I never knew. Outre. Outre? Outre. It would, I mean, if you're really getting into your Duolingo owl, which he's pissed. He's never going to forgive me, that guy. But outre, I think it would be unusual, startling. So, an outre day to you. It is day 58. So I'm going to peculiarly pontificate. Well, you're not seeing this nearly enough, are you? There he is. There's that mystical dolphin for whom you can change the rhythm of him. You can change the rhythm of him. Why don't I have my finger symbols? You can't even imagine how angry I am at myself now that I thought of all this, every piece of this luscious plant, these happenings, this tea that I must sip because my mouth is so parched. I thought of all this and did not bring my finger symbols, and I'm upset for it. But we'll be okay. I brought you a few of these at least. wishes, you know, it counts for a lot. That counts for a lot. So glad I got this working. This was a miracle too. Miracles. I love little miracles. When I'm so freaking down in the dumpsters, like I have been for a couple days now. A good couple handfuls of days. And this hasn't been working. This mystical, epic, Bill Nye the Science Guy for sexy time dolphin was not working at all. And you guys, this is the miracle of the moment. I just needed a little zhuzh of magic. That's all I needed. And I got it. The dolphin's working. And I love that. So happy day 58. I think we should open the gate to some outer worlds. Outer worlds. Outer space. All over the place. I promise you that I haven't touched this flap or like gone into this in a while. Like a good amount of time. I feel like I have to come closer to you to show it to you though, if I'm being real about it. This lovely silky satchel. I'm coming to you. I can do this. If I break everything, cry for me. Here I am again. Okay, so, Be Here Now. This is a really old and good one. And I'm very stoked that I have it. I'm just gonna go to random shit and give it to you. Purify enough. Become. Immerse beauty. Become it. The potter becomes his pot. Embrace the 10,000 beautiful visions. Become one with the universe. All the energy passes through you. You are all the energy, and it all resides in your heart. If you can go within to your spiritual heart, your Hiradayam, you will then know that you are he. And it is from this place in our heart cave where we are now. We watch the entire drama that is our lives. We watch the illusion with unbearable compassion. You frickin' guys! This talked about the cave. I am telling you, this was my game. I only play fair in games. I don't want to win for nothing. I don't want to win because I made myself win. But I thought at the last minute, this looks so zen and freaky, I should bust out the Be Here Now. And I have not opened this book in years. And I opened right to the cave. Like, what? And it is from this place in our heart cave. Okay, well then cool. I can be good with that. And what keeps you from that place, that gives you that total feeling, experience, knowing of fulfillment, is all of this posturing, all of your thoughts, all of your way of organizing your world, of your plans, all of your games, your exploring. Some of us do go on this journey. We didn't stand up and say, we volunteer. It didn't work that way at all. It's not like you had a choice of volunteering or not volunteering. That isn't the way it works. It's as if you're propelled into it, like the moth into the flame, but yet nobody's pushing you, nobody's standing around saying, get in, take every third man, he goes. It doesn't work that way either. So much. It just, yes, I needed this. See, you don't think about those things when you're so down on what's going down and yourself and the going around and the going around and the going around and the going around. You forget that little things like this in your house or from a friend, like this, like you can just find that in your house and find a little bit of a way up the hill. Like the ants and the praying mantis, remember those guys? You can find a way up the hill. You can find a way up the hill. We're talking about metamorphosis. We're talking about going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. We're talking about how to become a butterfly. I mean, the caterpillar isn't walking around saying, man, I'll soon be a butterfly, because as long as he's busy being a caterpillar, he can't be a butterfly. It's only when caterpillarness is done that one starts to be a butterfly, and that again is part of this paradox. You cannot rip away caterpillarness. The whole trip occurs in an unfolding process under which you have no control. Well, that's what I am doing here. That's a hard one. Well, what am I doing here if I have no control? Can't I say this is nonsense? You mean I don't have a choice? Can't I say this is important? You think that's a choice? Your lecture changed my whole life. No, not at all. It's an unfold. You think that's choice? It's an unfolding process. I don't even know how that last part's supposed to be read, but I enjoyed it. Can't I say this nonsense? Your lecture changed my whole life. You think that's choice? No, not at all. It's unfolding process. Yeah, okay. I'm already in it, y'all. I'm already feeling a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some naughtiness in here too, if you know about the Be Here Now. I don't know what I can show on. What is this one? Seems weird. Like it would be good because it's weird, like this little person crying. Steve says, what's the use of going to the store? It's like, what price efficiency? What happened to the vibrations? What happened to the human beings in that shuffle? So we'd do this absurd thing. We'd all stop and gather. We'd all sit down and join hands around this little kid. We'd cool ourselves out. Kobe would stop crying, then we'd go to the store. And Steve taught me that. If you get so efficient, if you've got to turn off all the vibrations of the scene because you're so busy about the future or the past or time has caught you, it costs too much. It costs too much. Woo! Wow. Look at that good shit. It's just like a chorus of angels and perfect nakedness and naked dancing suns and moons and stars. The way is the harmony of the universe. When one comes into the spirit, when one sees how it is, understands that behind all the individual differences, man, woman, womb, man. That's awesome. I have to start saying that now. It says womb with a B, womb man. Big, little, old, young, good, bad. Every label you can think of becomes background instead of figure. What stands out is, here we are, here and now. That's all there is. And if it isn't beautiful, man, there's nothing. So you say, well, I can't have it beautiful now, but later, when we get the food home, it will be beautiful. Later never exists. What happened to life insurance, to tenure, to planning, saving, responsibilities? Nothing's happened to any of it. Dude, I needed this so much for my personal journey right now, truly. I'm gonna keep giving it to you a little bit, because it's really good. Desire. The first thing in my teacher's book, the first thing he ever wrote on his slate, because he was silent, was, desire is a trap. Desire lessons is mosha, liberation. Desire is the creator. Desire is the destroyer. Desire is the universe. And that applies to the physical plane, the astral plane, the causal plane. Whoa. Sometimes it gets crazy, but this I need. We all need this. We all need this. Tell me you don't need this. Example. Somebody looks at you seductively. An ice cream cone goes by. Will it ever be the big ice cream cone in the sky? Will it ever be an eternal ice cream cone? Or is it always going to melt? You gotta keep eating it, yet it melts and melts. That's its problem. You gotta keep eating it because it will melt. And then it's gone. And you know that taste in your mouth when you finish and you want a glass of water, right? Then you have a glass of water and there's that bloaty feeling. Then you're ready for the next one to get rid of that one. Let's take a walk, and you take a walk. It's cold out. Let's have some hot chocolate. Yes, let's have some. And on and on and on. And it's called life. You see, the opposite of craving is saying, baby, this is the way it is. Yeah, okay, here and now. This is it. I accept the here and now fully as it is right at this moment. Do you remember? If you remember, that'd be cool if you remembered. I told you my dreams, and I did one called Ice Cream Cone, where I was like having an emotional conversation with an ice cream cone, walking as a person. That's cool. I mean, I'm sure I looked at this as a kid, is the funny thing. This I should take out of there. It's a cool bag, though. Like Victorian-y. Because I love supporting antique stores, and I love to smell people's old belongings, because I'm weird like that, and I like to think about their stories by sniffing their, like, velvet-lined boxes and coats and things. And books. Love to smell other people's books. I miss getting invited into people's houses and getting to touch their cool things, and I so miss that. Smell their books. This is a crazy picture. Whoa. Nobody's going anywhere. Nobody is coming from anywhere. We are all here. We are all here in eternal time and space. We're always going to be here. We're just doing Lila Rasa, the divine dance. We're dancing and dancing and dancing. Dance after dance in one body and another body. And we're all here. We're all staying right here. It's good shit. It's like actually real. Whoa. There was some like intense drawings on that last page. Love it. Oh. Like Bart Simpson. I can do that. I just don't want to. I can do that. I just don't want to. Oh, that one? Yeah. I can do that. I just don't want to. It's just so good, guys. It's so good. So I'll give you my words, my poetry. I also need to like tape it or give it some love. It's a very old thing. And a very meaningful one. So I don't know if you can go get this book somewhere. It exists. It's usually a very kindred feeling with a friend when I just already know that they're probably going to have a copy of it in their house, because we have that kind of jello mold jiggle going on between us. Yeah, get in on the coat a little bit. Love this coat. I'm having a great time. Can you tell? I'm actually having quite a bit of fun with this setup. So yeah. Day 58. That's a pretty great feeling. I love this cup. Matching this freaking dolphin right now. Like they're practically the same. They're practically brothers, this cup and this dolphin. We're getting to a really intense part, so I feel like I'm gonna let it like ride out and flip it before I start my poem, because I can tell it's mounting to that place where it's like, that was the Dharma climax. Now get ready to have your blind mold. Get ready to have your blind mold, your mind blown more. Expand it even a little bit more. All right. So thanks for being with me in what really needed decided to happen, which is a little vacation from my problems right in my very own den. And I've been thinking a lot about, you know, building couch forts and finding twinkle lights, whatever kind of twinkle lights you can, and just kind of doing a little more of that for one's adult self. It's a good idea, I think, methinks. And I had a bunch of really gross information about the world thrust upon me today. You know, as your phone sort of seems to listen to your worst fears these days and insist that you like lean into them or something, or that you need to read more about them, and just etc. But I'm not even gonna lay any of that on you. I'm just gonna give you some weird swipiness. And it was crazy looking through these because I have so many swipe poems, and what is frustrating is that what I used to do was, and you know, they're all very random and crazy, I would take chunks out of them and mishmash them in different ways because the robotic whatever communication between my finger and my bot brain, it created such juicy content that I would often snippet it together to just see what would happen, how it would sound different if I put this piss with this piss. Guess I need another sip. Put this piece with this piece. See what sort of piece it creates. So yeah, I got really frustrated because I can't tell sometimes, which is like, did I do this one, or is this a piece of one that I mashed with another one, and now this is a monster mash of them together, or did I... Because there's just a lot of juicy word combos that I'm like, frickin' frack, did I put those in multiple, several Frankensteins of these swipe poems fused together. Fusion. So it got a little trampoline-y in my brain trying to remember if I... Yeah, but I'm just gonna give it to you. I think this is not repeated content, any of it, but I had to do a lot of like word searches to try to make sure, but it's okay. Just pet the dolphin. Give into the sound a little bit. I feel like I have to light my face with this. It's quite hot, really. It's quite a hot thing. It's all the steamy. So joyous, peaceful, zen, yummy, bubble bath taking day 58 to ya. I'm gonna give you a couple weird ones, and hopefully you like them. And it's swipiness, so I enjoy it because it's not supposed to make any kind of perfect sense. And what it teaches me is how freakishly and creepily my phone my robo-phone knows me. Like how well she's studied me. I forget what the line is, but I'll remember it when I say it, and then I'll say how it's funny, because it actually was, like, she got the first word of it, my robot, and made it into something I had just said recently in a text, like just sort of auto-filled it. And I was like, that was a good thing I said. Thanks for like remembering in a creepy way, phone. I don't know. I like it sometimes and I hate it a lot of the times. But I like it too. And I'm gonna give it to you. So this first one, let's hope my spasmy thingy doesn't... It was going crazy last night in the garage. I didn't know what was going on with my eyeballs. But I went through the halls of my mind to find something that would unwind you and let you find a better view. Okay? This first one is called Ballistic Hesitating. Driven dervish cycling, arching, love you so device, crotch edging, overnight excuses, frenzy commissioner, churn rough chisel, system sturdy, dwindling handful, dignify carbon, hectic rain hunts, hedonic ruby haven, Kama Sutra unicorn gains, hastens mythic trot, nucleic cross-border consensus, whirl interstellar engravings, thin molasses mounds, cathartic rhythm, saturate bedside, warmish brush, earthly blunders, sauntering negotiator cravings, containing embodiments, begotten growth, excavated crescendo, niche brazen, naked exercises, aghast, excitable aromatic growl, excitable aromatic growl, biosensors bendy vividness, sundial aesthetic, glistening woman boldness builds wingspan nebulous, summits blueberries, sexuality goodies, nuances windsurfing, kaleidoscopic elixir, ooh, kaleidoscopic elixir, unusual capabilities, galactic click flask, classic crimson causation vision, narcissism clouds, skim Eskimo facial, cabin easing, shock gagging, radically grayish founding, dusk fusion, chaos moan, flail bodies, daffodils, cohesive dick fuck outta denial, bubbly ganja, fuchsia bustling, breaststroke, disarm blissful thesis, kiddish excerpts, testicles fidgeting, ballistic hesitating, methinks Taoism bursting, costumed nightfall, cloak back to back, bedroom needful jiggly testimonial nuzzled nanostructures, wishful nourish, life forms warbling, humanism forgotten, hashish vertically static, frisk strumming, big head fathom beatnik, Buddhist skydiving, gigantic maximized moisten whisk, milkshake, exceedingly ready vision, fluidic rebooting, exciting reinvigorating human blossom, pressing handcuffed multifaceted brain cell, embracing umpteen hummingbirds, utmost velvety rejoicing, hugged suckling, suckable musings, raucous decoding, submission risk elasticity, floral vandals, whizzing magnificent journeymen, fondly showboating, nexus buzzed, drastic quicken crush, remain methodical, satchel machismo, seducing radical fetching beginnings, nurturing medicine summits, reshuffled cocoon inhibitors, weaving seismic liaison, devotion diving, wishing befitting, bumping vroom tsunami sizzle, abdomen summoning, ideal giddiness, must have honey braised licking, grinning behind the scenes gazing, fulcrum honcho mucho nervous heroism, botanical vision, gainful urging, brisk mimic detoxification, brutish bucks McCool brood, cognizant tugging, maximize aching, orbit maroon, scenic hedonic hardcore cardiac brink, beckon, bruising, wisdom. Beckon. Beckon it. Beckon the bruising wisdom. So it was, I somehow swiped the word dick, and I had just texted my best friend something about a dude that was dick fuck out of denial. So I liked that. Flail bodies, daffodils, cohesive dick fuck out of denial. Because that was like a real line that I had come up with and lost. And that's good shit, phone. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, tsunami sizzle, baby. Tsunami sizzle. I love that. That's the most robot passion, deep love I've ever felt. Typically, it just rubs me completely the wrong way as a soul, as a being. And I like romanticize about people writing letters and putting those waxy stamps on them and picking the paper lovingly and all these things that are now just Instagram blurbs. Instagram blurbs. Yeah, but that's okay. We have dolphins, we have glitter, we have glimmer, we have sips. Need my last sip to bring this to you. So, yeah. Then there's just one other little one that is also a swipey-doo. And this one, so the first one was called Ballistic Hesitating. Ballistic Hesitating. Which for a phone to come up with that combo, man, it's just so nice. And this one is called Noodling Systematic Gridlock. Yes, ladies and germs, noodling systematic gridlock. Frustration shucks, raising static, starving bestowing, noodling systematic gridlock. Variations, esoteric sunroom, warm fulfillment, greenish munchies, android magnet, mosaic musk surging muffin ruggedness, nexus lulls, risks, mists, cherish dashing rays, washed blissful, bow grinds, sundry gangbusters, frisk, urge, satin cheeks, erections, witches, buckling creaks, cymbals, bowdy throb, freshly gleam, reinvention shagging, seismic blushing, gussied fucking comet shuffling, come on, confusing crush, fondling flesh cylinder faucets, adulthood. Excursions receiving, exclusively rocketing twilight searching, rattling good-looking flash, fraud rubbish, haha, grubbing ethic watchdog, maxing manual thigh, using vapid reduction, frisk rancher hush mugging, buzzed bedbug flick, thrush fizzled sinful muck, ravish tremulous youth jurisdiction, justified because jacuzzi classic sucks haven, hack flinching, fabricated, maiden stuck. Basic hubbub, buzzing bodies, nudist guidebooks, radical biochemistry, must-have midday hothouse wishing, sticky non-stop storybook fetish, sticky non-stop storybook fetish, sundown mystic stretch, lurid lift-off, blissful crush, fusing cryptic syllabi meditation, mushroom serotonin, sustain addiction struck sexual cumulative quick fruitful sonic behemoth maverick, bellies adjustable, wishbone midriff, bewitching, shuffling cyclones, magic geodesic clamor, Mediterranean mirrors, mounting aches, sudden seducing assurances, motion follicle, matchbox wishing, exo, gizmo astonishment. Woo! And I want you to know that I wrote that years before one of the great loves of my life, my boyfriend's dog Gizmo, came into my life and became my dog, my baby as well. And yeah, exo gizmo astonishment was way before that. And now the greatest little gizmo that you could ever do know. That you ever could very know. That you ever could well know. I'm so glad you joined me in my plant. It feels very much like a person. Like you could just straight put your arm like, hey plant, do you want to try out for cheerleading this year? Me too. Plant! How about that's a show? That's a little bit cooler than just saying other people's songs, lip syncing them for 15 seconds. Even just me and a plant having a conversation, I feel like is a little cooler than that. But what do I know? I'm not gonna go off. It's day 58, and it's supposed to be a full plate of mashed potatoes and whatever else you want to eat. Milk duds and mashed potatoes for everyone. That does sound actually pretty baller. But I really liked this, and I enjoyed every glittery, glimmering second of it. Really. Maybe we should just like open one more random page. Leave you with some hot wisdom, right? I like that concept. I also really, who had a good time with this? Because I did. The like you seeing me, seeing you, knowing that you're seeing my eyes in this repeating element forever. And just the very nature of the crystal in the back of it, and the side of it, and the all around of it. Like that's just something I could really watch. For a minute. I like it. It's like a very expressive art house film. Ooh, that's a pretty thing. That's from a pretty kind of soap. Ooh, it still smells so good. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That smell good paper that you pick out on purpose. Oh, it's just the prettiest. It was jasmine soap. Jasmine bee soap. That makes me feel a little bit better even just right there. So I'm cool with that. Yeah, what do I want to... Ooh. This is pretty cool. She's naked, but that's not like aggressive. That's like beautiful naked. The subtle mother. And every time you step back one step from your own melodrama, the cosmic humor gets higher and higher. The absurdity of it all. The extreme beauty of it all. The Divine Mother which is nature, which is you, nature, which is you, nature, all of this, which is the whole physical plane. The whole physical plane. I just feel like it's such good stuff. Just wanted to give you a little more. Ooh, this is coming up for me a lot. High wire walking, buying a gift for a wire walker who hasn't gotten it, and whatever, just, I don't know. How many people give you gifts? I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard. It's hard to give gifts. It's hard to be a gifter. It's hard to be a wire walker. And it's symbolic and it means things. And I borrowed these like stories of the weirdest things that have happened in like the history of people. Just weird wonders. I think it's called Weird World, or I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. But I took pictures. I couldn't get through all these crazy weird stories, so I took pictures of the whole entire book series. There was like 5 of them, and I needed to like go into these wacky stories about like possessions and body travel and crazy things that have actually happened. Things about Catherine the Great that were very shocking. And just, you know, famous crimes that people don't know anything about. And they talked about the Wallendas. If you know the Wallendas, I think it was like 4 years ago, one of them went over the Grand Canyon, and I've never felt such tension and suspense, like, ever. But a lot of the Wallendas have died, you know, and it's this crazy passion, and I just talked about it the other night. Jean de l'Hôtel and all this. But, yeah, so this will probably be deep, because I've just been thinking about this image a lot, and what it means for, like, where we are right now, you know? So, we'll end on this. Whatever it is. Whatever it says, good or bad. And then, you're in the void. Then the Buddha nature sees there are many beings whose veils are very thin, and you can come back and teach them through your being. That's the Bodhisattva role, because you finally understand that. Though it is all illusion. It never was and never will be at every level at which you exist. You're a part of everybody else. Because it's all one being, really. That's the Bodhisattva problem. So what happens is, you go all the way out, and then you come back to here. He who clings to the void and neglects compassion does not reach the highest stage. But he who practices only compassion does not gain release from the toils of existence. He, however, so many tongue twisters tonight. He, however, who is strong in the practice of both, remains neither in samsara nor in nirvana. He neither remains in the void nor in the world. And my record ended just right there. So I think that's a pretty good place to say good night from me and the mystical part alien dolphins. Thanks for indulging me in my outre-ness, my weirdness, if you will, my desire to touch my nose to electric dolphins. Have good dreams.